my name is Jess and welcome back to my channel. Today I have something really exciting to share with you. I made curtains! Oh my gosh, so proud of myself. They turned out really well. Yeah, it was not like a hard sewing task because it's essentially just all straight stitches, but it's a big thing and they're fully lined and they've got this really cool hidden tab system that I want to share with you. So I'm really excited for this video today. So what's been happening? I have been on school holidays, but I have been working my absolute butt off. Something really exciting is happening and I can't wait to share it with you, but I can't share it with you yet. So in a couple of weeks I promise I will let you know what's happening. There are some big changes coming and I am so excited. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of virtual assistant work. I have got currently 4 clients, all for different things, which is really exciting. And I'm really enjoying the challenge of it. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, I offer admin services to small creative businesses. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm building a couple of websites, I'm helping out with social media and just some general other admin-y things. So if you would like some help with your creative small business, there is a link in the comments below to my website, or you can send me a quick email and we can have a chat about how I might be able to help you. Anyway, so yeah, I've been really busy with that and we went to Streaky last weekend, so that's why there was no video. So yeah, that was nice to get away. I did a lot of work while we were there, but it was more uninterrupted work. You know, when you're at home, there's just like always things you could be doing or should be doing, whereas when you're away, you don't have to worry about it. So that was really nice. But yes, back to work next week. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to juggle everything, so we shall see. Anyway, on to the video. Oh, there's a little bug there. So I'm going to show you the curtains. They actually were just dropped back off to me this morning because unfortunately a couple of the tabs broke. The curtain rod that they chose was a little bit thicker than what I thought it was going to be, and so a couple of the tabs have broken off a little bit, so I just need to reinforce those and stitch those back up. But anyway, I'm really excited to show you, so I'm going to jump straight into this video. So I was approached by a friend to make some curtains for her nursery. I don't usually take on like custom orders, but obviously, you know, she's a friend and I really wanted to try to make curtains, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to do so. So she had like a specific idea in mind of what she wanted. She really struggled to find nursery curtains to match what she wanted that were already pre-made. And I have to say that I did struggle to find fabric. So she originally wanted maybe some clouds or some like Australian animals that were not tacky but like cute. And to be honest, there's not a lot out there with curtain material when it comes to like pattern things that are really cute. So anyway, there's a lot of back and forth. I trolled through websites, I went through all of Spotlight and couldn't find anything. And while I was at Spotlight one day, I quickly snapped a photo of this fabric and I didn't think she'd go for it, but just because it was a little bit girly to me, looking like I think it's so cute, but it's just a bit girly. And she doesn't know what she's having, so I wasn't sure she would go for it. Anyway, she did. She loved it. So luckily, Spotlight still had sales on the next day, so I managed to get it for, I think, $6 a metre. In my August makes video, I think I do speak more about the fabrics that I chose. Anyway, if you want to head back and have a look at that one. But yeah, the main fabric I got was $6 a metre and the lining fabric I got was $13 a metre. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So the pattern that I used was actually this really cool tutorial that I found on Pinterest, which is for hidden tabbed curtains, which also had a lining tutorial for it. And oh my god, I would highly recommend this tutorial. It was really easy to follow and the way that everything comes together is so neat. Like, it just looks absolutely gorgeous, so professional as well. Yeah, I'd highly recommend it. I will pop a little photo here of the like tutorial thing and also link it in the comments below. But yeah, it was an absolutely amazing tutorial and really good with all the pictures and steps and everything, so highly recommend. So this is the fabric. So it's this really gorgeous like leaf print with like mustard, teal, pops of coral and on the white background I think it just really makes the fabric pop. It's so gorgeous. So like I said, they're fully lined. The hardest bit about making these curtains was the amount of fabric you have to deal with. Last year I actually made a king size quilt cover, and that was just insane. The sewing part of it wasn't too hard, but dealing with the amount of fabric, that is the hardest thing. So these were the same, having to cut everything, and like when you're pinning everything, yeah, it was just crazy. I will insert some footage here. I did get some video of me actually like laying it out of my bed and cutting it and pinning it and stuff, so I will insert that for you now. So yeah, that bit was really hard. I ended up doing it on my bed just because we've just done some renos on our house and our floorboards are not that great at the moment, so I didn't want to put it on the floor, plus Bailey's dog hair, a little bit gross. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how they have turned out. So the whole idea of this is that the tabbed curtains are actually hidden up the top. They are not like with the normal tabbed curtains, you have like the curtain header and then you have tabs coming off it like this, or you have like a heading tape. I decided I didn't want to do a heading tape, but I also didn't want the curtain rung thing showing because I think that looks a little bit, I just don't like it personally. So anyway, this is what they look like. I will do a close-up for you so you can see it. But essentially you cannot tell at all on the front of this fabric that I have sewn tabs into there. You can, there are lines, so if you look really closely you can tell, but once they're up on a curtain rod you cannot tell at all. So essentially, just spin this around, there are, like I said, I'll do a close-up for you, there are tabs just underneath the heading here, and when you put them on the curtain rod, I'll insert some photos so you can see, it actually like pleats itself when it's closed. They look really good when they are up, so I'm really happy with them. My window in my craft room was a similar size to my friend's. It was just a little bit smaller, but you can sort of get the gist, and you'll see in the photos yeah, how it looks anyway. Really happy with it. It was such an easy construction. I love the way that it all comes together. So on the sides here, you don't see any raw edges. It's all like sewn together as like a big tube. I did end up having to fold the fabric over again because you could see the selvages, which I didn't think you were going to be able to see. I left them on to give it more room, like so more of the print would show, but I thought they would be encompassed into the seam allowances, but they weren't. So yeah, that was the only downside. I did have to hand stitch this one, but that's fine. The bottom of it is really good too, how it all comes together. So it looks really professional. Everything just sort of sits, that's the lining, this is the bottom, these are the corners, like everything is just really professionally finished off, but really easy. So essentially you have to cut your curtains to size first of all, hem the lining, then you attach them like a tube. So you right sides together, sew one side down and then pin the other side, and then when you flatten them out, that's when you'll get the bits on the edges like this. So the whole thing's done really nicely. This material is really lovely to work with. For a cheap curtain material, it irons beautifully. It actually doesn't really need ironing, like she won't need to iron them hanging up. They will drape and they don't crease, it doesn't crease very easily, but just to press it and everything, it was really beautiful to press. Yeah, so I'm really happy with that. For the tabs I used a thick ribbon, which is fine. I would just obviously suggest that you have the curtain rod you're going to use when you're making the curtains. She hadn't bought it at that stage, but you know, we sort of had decided on a width, and then obviously, yeah, they got a slightly thicker one. So yeah, all I have to do now is just go back through and adjust some of the ones that have come off. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I had enough fabric left over to make a cushion cover and two cute little fabric pouches, just as something a little bit different and something to add into the order, and kind of like a little extra gift from me. So yeah, overall I'm so pleased with how they turned out. Like I said, I will put some photos in here. I don't have photos of them at her house obviously because I need to fix them, but I will pop some photos of that up on Instagram once she takes them. She is due in like the next week, so it probably might be a little while, but yeah, I'm really stoked with how these turned out, and I would definitely use this method in my own house. Speaking of our house, I am actually about to make curtains for our bedroom. However, they are going to be so much easier than those. The curtains that are in our bedroom are the curtains that came with the house. We didn't change them. They're okay, but they're just a bit old. They're from IKEA, so they're not the greatest quality. And they have marks all over them and I can't wash them. So yeah, we just wanted to get something different. I really wanted a light grey, but again, struggled to find fabric. We did find some on like I think it's called Warwick. I will link them down below. They have some really beautiful fabrics. Can be quite expensive. The one that I found was about $23 to $26 a metre, which is not too bad. But it's in the city, and I honestly don't go into the city very often. It's not a place that I feel like I need to go to all the time. I'd prefer to avoid it if I could. So yeah, just trying to find the time to get there is a little bit hard. Anyway, I went to a different Spotlight store near my mum and my sister's houses, and they have the perfect fabric, and it has heading tape on this. I'm just going to show you guys. Okay, this is really heavy because mum didn't think to ask for it in 3-metre lots when she purchased it. They had a sale on, but we were going to Streaky and I hadn't measured the window, so I quickly came home, measured the window and sent the measurements to mum so she could get it after work. But yeah, they've cut it as a whole 6-metre length, which is a little bit annoying because it's really heavy now and I have to cut it in half. Anyway, it's this really gorgeous linen look, light grey. Again, I'll do close-ups for you so you can see. And it comes with the heading tape already on there, which is amazing. So we have 3.1 metre ceilings, which means that obviously our windows are a lot taller than the normal window. So our drop is a lot longer. And the drop that normal curtains come with isn't big enough. Whereas this has a 2.6 metre drop. So I will have a lot of room to hem and make sure that they fit properly. So these are already lined. I actually don't want block-out lining in our bedroom. We had to take the curtains down when we were doing some renovations, and waking up to the sun was the best thing ever. Like, I woke up before my alarm every single morning and it was just such a nice way to wake up. So these are lined, but they're not fully block-out, which is fine. So literally all I'm going to do is cut it to the length I need, hem the sides, hem the bottom, and they're done. Like, so easy. So much less complicated than these. But yeah, that is definitely a great method. But yeah, if you are looking for some new curtains, Spotlight does have a lot of different options in this fabric with the heading tape on there already, which is absolutely amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure you go and check out the curtain tutorial because it will change your life for making curtains, I'm sure. So easy and just a really professional finish. Next week I will be back with a really exciting video. I am doing like a little sew the trend type video. I think it's the fold line. They do something really similar, but obviously we're in the southern hemisphere and we're in a different country, so styles are a little bit different. But I've been noticing quite a few trends happening at the minute and a few trends in the shops, and I have patterns in mind for all of them, so I want to share those with you. So make sure you check back in for that one. I will have the photos that I've shown you here today over on the blog if you want to see them more clearly and a little bit bigger. As always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week.